A legend poised for a modern revival, the 2026 Honda Prelude makes a triumphant return to the automotive landscape. Evoking nostalgia while embracing the future, this sleek two-door coupe, anticipated to be offered exclusively as a hybrid, captivates with its dynamic design and promises of exhilarating performance. As Honda teases enthusiasts with glimpses of its rebirth, anticipation mounts for the unveiling of this iconic nameplate. 2026 Honda Prelude. Honda continues to go all-in on hybrids, even as it has been slow to switch over to all-electric models. Days after the Civic Hybrid was revealed, the automaker took the covers off the more evocatively styled Prelude concept coupe, also with a hybrid powertrain, at the Japan Mobility Show. Of course, this also marks the return of the Prelude nameplate, as well as a sporty two-door coupe to the brand's lineup. That's if a production Prelude coupe makes it to North America, which we're hoping it will. The Prelude concept has a gorgeous exterior and looks to be around the size of the Toyota GR86, boosting hopes that the Japanese sports car rivalry of past decades will be revived. We don't know much about it just yet, but the Honda Prelude concept is enough to get our blood pumping. Overview. You might remember the Honda Prelude as a sporty coupe from decades ago. We certainly do, and we look back on it fondly. Excitingly, the Prelude now appears poised to make its return to Honda's lineup, as indicated by a concept car that looks remarkably ready for production. Once again, it's a two-door coupe, but this time, it will likely be offered only as a hybrid. Its styling is sleek, and we think it looks exactly as you'd imagine a 21st-century Prelude to be. Powertrain and mechanical details are slim, but we expect it to share components with the Civic and Accord models, and Honda promises that it will offer a fun driving experience. We look forward to hearing more information about the resurrected Prelude as it gets closer to reality. What's new for 2026? Although its name is familiar, the Prelude will be a new addition to Honda's lineup, and it will serve as somewhat of a replacement for the discontinued coupe versions of the Civic and Accord. We expect it to arrive for the 2026 model year, although the exact timing for the production model isn't clear. Pricing and which one to buy. The price of the 2026 Honda Prelude is expected to start around $31,000 and go up to $38,000 depending on the trim and options. At this point, we're just guessing on the Prelude's trim levels and price points, but we hope to hear more about its positioning soon. Presumably, it will compete with other affordable sports cars, including the Toyota GR86 and the Mazda MX-5 Miata. Engine, transmission, and performance. All that Honda has divulged so far is that the Prelude concept car has a hybrid powertrain. We suspect this means it will be powered by a version of the hybrid system found in Honda models including the CR-V Accord and upcoming 2025 Civic Hybrid. The Accord produces 204 horsepower from its hybrid setup that incorporates a 2.0-liter four-cylinder gasoline engine. But we're hoping that the Prelude is packing more power than that given its performance aspirations. Front-wheel drive is likely to be standard, as that was always the Prelude's configuration in the past, but we wouldn't rule out an all-wheel drive option. Sadly, we don't expect a manual transmission to be available this time around. The Prelude concept looked suspiciously close to production-ready. Considering Honda has been behind on EVs, doesn't have its own electric vehicle platform yet, and its first mainstream effort will be GM-built. It turns out there's a reason for that. Honda PR later clarified that the Prelude concept is a hybrid, rather than an electric car. According to Automotive News, the Prelude will get an improved version of the two-motor hybrid system Honda uses in the Accord. The 2026 Prelude is based on what we were shown at the Japan Mobility Show, but we do feel that the way the concept looks is exceptional. With simple, clean, and elegant lines, the exterior of the future Honda Prelude doesn't reminisce too intently on the versions we last saw for sale more than 2 decades ago. Save for sharing the sleek two-door coupe body style, the Honda Prelude we see here looks closer to a Toyota GR86 and Subaru BRZ. As the Prelude prepares to reassert its presence on the roads, Honda enthusiasts eagerly await its arrival, heralding a new era of hybrid performance. With a price range aimed to appeal to the spirited driver seeking both excitement and efficiency, the Prelude stands poised to carve its own path among affordable sports cars, promising a thrilling driving experience that honors its legendary heritage. What we know so far, Honda continues to go all in on hybrids, even as it has been slow to switch over to all-electric models. Days after the Civic Hybrid was revealed, the automaker took the covers off the more evocatively styled Prelude concept coupe, also with the hybrid powertrain, at the Japan Mobility Show. Of course, this also marks the return of the Prelude nameplate, as well as a sporty two-door coupe to the brand's lineup. That's if a production Prelude coupe makes it to North America, which we're hoping it will. The Prelude concept has a gorgeous exterior and looks to be around the size of the Toyota GR86, boosting hopes that the Japanese sports car rivalry of past decades will be revived. We don't know much about it just yet, but the Honda Prelude concept is enough to get our blood pumping. New Honda Prelude exterior and colors. All the information we have about the 2026 Prelude is based on what we were shown at the Japan Mobility Show, but we do feel that the way the concept looks is exceptional. With simple, clean, and elegant lines, the exterior of the future Honda Prelude doesn't reminisce too intently on the versions we last saw for sale more than 2 decades ago. Save for sharing the sleek two-door coupe body style, the Honda Prelude we see here looks closer to a Toyota GR86 and Subaru BRZ. Up front, we see a striking lighting signature with angular headlights and an LED light strip along the nose. If a Mazda MX-5 has a smile thanks to how designers fashioned the front, the Honda Prelude has a slightly cheeky smirk. The lack of a traditional grille led many to believe the Prelude was an EV upon first seeing it, and the lower fascia's air intakes hint at the sporting nature of the car. Along the side, the upswept belt line creates a sense of muscularity, while the wheel arches house large wheels. The concept shows off various carbon fiber bits and bobs, which will more than likely make it to production on either a sport-focused trim or an additional styling package. A powerful rear-end design helps the Honda Prelude exude power, while a solid strip of lighting feeds into its futuristic design. There's also a large slab of glass that appears to stretch the length of the entire roof from behind the windshield to the liftgate. It's way too early to know what exterior colors the Honda Prelude will come in, but we like the pearlescent white on the concept. We imagine it would look menacing in darker shades too, especially paired with carbon fiber accents and blacked-out wheels. Honda Prelude dimensions. With just the bare minimum to go on, we don't have dimensions for the Honda Prelude. It may be around the size of the discontinued Civic Coupe, though, which had a 106.3-inch wheelbase and a length of 177.3 inches at the time of its demise. We'd guess the new Prelude will be a little smaller and closer to the current Toyota GR86 in size. The latter has a 101.4-inch wheelbase, an overall length of 167.9 inches, and spans a width under 70 inches. It stands just 51.6 inches tall.